Hey everyone, this is Robert G. Solomon coming to you from South Studio One with the Smart Start podcast, designed for inspiring entrepreneurs who want a simple yet effective method to grow their online lifestyle business. What's happening, everybody? This is Robert. As always, if you're new to this podcast, you could check down in the description below for some great tools that I use in my business and also some links for some useful posts and blog articles. So, what's happening this week? Besides the temperature going crazy all over the planet, I figured today I'd like to talk about what do all businesses need? Well, we need customers, subscribers, traffic, foot traffic, as they call it in a brick and mortar store. How do you attract more business, more customers? Let's talk about attraction marketing and how it can help your business today. It's not too hard. You pretty much do something similar every day in your life. You might not realize it. When you talk about business, everybody just gets all tense. It's my gosh, it's no different than everyday life. Let me explain here. Think about this for a minute. People are getting sold to every day, and I write about this in my daily emails to my tribe, clients and subscribers. If you look at it from a different point of view here, any of you ever play sports in high school, college? And if you did, you were probably pretty good at it, pretty darn good at it. And a lot of times people knew your name. Why? Because you were good at what you did. Why did people know your name? You might have impressed some young fans. People looked up to you. You might have impressed the girls or boys or whatever. They went crazy. You made the most goals, you made the most runs, or maybe you were mentioned in your local newspaper. And listen, it doesn't need to be sports. It could have been your science fair or math fair, spelling bee, anything. Even when you grow up, most people don't, but why grow up when you can always have fun? But even at your job, if you have one of those, you get awards, sales awards for the most sales, highest percentage for the quarter if you're a manager. My point is, those two scenarios, without any extra effort, you sold yourself, you sold your talent, your skills to people that knew you, and word got around to people who didn't even know you or wanted to learn from you and admired you. This example is the same principle you would use to build your business, except your goals, runs, are when people find an interest in what you know, what you write about or teach. All that goes hand in hand. When you do, when you talk, when you teach, trust, you have to build that trust. That's a very important element with anything we do in life. You build trust by having a consistent message that truly builds your exposure with people. Your message stays the same day in, day out. Now, I'm not saying you repeat the same, course day in, day out, but that's just like reruns on TV. Some people just want to keep on watching it. No, your same message means how you feel about business, the way you teach it. You don't change your views, your outlook per se, if you know what I mean. Your integrity and honesty. People will start to take note when they see that you're consistent with your work. Maybe you like to do quotes on Facebook or Twitter. Maybe you do videos on YouTube, or matter of fact, any platform now. They're all coming out with some type of video, audio plugin, or whatever you like to teach. Good way to see if you're not exposed, if you exist. Google yourself. Yeah, Google yourself on Google if you didn't know that. See what shows up. You'll be surprised. This will show you, if you got a blog, if you're on YouTube, if you got any web properties or digital properties like a www address like mine is www.robertgsolomon.com. I have another one called buildourskill.com. That's where we have a lot of resources. But check this out. A friend of mine, Terry, is a 22-year veteran in internet marketing and very successful at it. He has a mentorship going on right now. He always has it going on, but we have like 3 openings left. I mentioned this last week. We always try to find room for additional people, but there's video courses. It shows you over the shoulder, walking you through how to set up an online business and get you profitable at it. Now, it takes some work. You don't just buy a product and click a button and you're making $1 million. No, you have to start from start, like I always said. Learn to crawl before you run. You get the idea. Yeah, I'll have the link down below. You can sign up for free access to this summer mentorship program, I call it. Some pretty exciting stuff. So moving on here, remember, consistency is one of the keys to attracting people to you and not selling all the time. I mean, granted, you have to sell yourself, but if you're trying to attract people, quit trying to always sell them a product, push it down their throat. Let them absorb the information, teach them, build their trust, and you'll see you'll become irresistible. Why? Because the message you have relates to your listener, relates to your readers, and those listeners and readers become future subscribers. People just need to know what all the fuss is about. They keep seeing your name popping up. Oh, geez, now he's on YouTube. He's here on the left part of the screen. But that's the whole thing. People will be so curious as to why you're everywhere they turn. They can't help it. That's us humans. We're so curious. But, your prospects are hoping to find a solution to their problem, to a specific problem. If they find something that solves that problem, there's a good chance, if you've gained their trust and you're not ramming a product down their throat, when you do mention a product or suggest something, 90% of the time they will buy it. And if they don't, they will whenever they feel they're right. So this is Robert Solomon, and we're talking about attracting individuals, attraction marketing. Don't forget to look below. Check the links or some useful resources for this podcast here. Like, subscribe, and if you know somebody could benefit from this podcast, share it around. And it'll be available on SoundCloud. Okay, everybody? So like always, it's Robert G. Solomon. Stay cool.